Girl, what's good?
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited to finally connect with y'all.
Yes. I'm glad to finally talk with you and somewhat be in person, I guess you could say.
Somewhat in person. I won't lie. Like the live is not too bad. Like sometimes I feel like I'm meeting people in person.
Yeah. It's better than the DMs and emails and all of that.
Where are you tuning in from?
Jersey.
Jersey. Okay, what
Yeah.
part?
Linden, New
Okay.
Jersey. But
Okay.
I'm not from Jersey. Let me throw that out.
Uh-oh,
Let me
let me
throw that out there.
clarify. Jersey by the way of
Yeah, Harlem, New York.
Harlem.
Yeah. You know everybody from New York is like, nah. I'm not from Jersey. Let me not get that messed up. You feel me?
I live in Jersey now, but I'm not from Jersey. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. I see Philly in the house.
Okay,
Someone else
Philly.
said Jersey stand up. Can you see the comments on your end, Jules?
Yeah. I can see it. Where? Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody else said Jersey. Okay, Philly. I
Cool.
see. Yeah, that's what's
Make
up.
it clear,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well,
Where are you at?
I'm in the DMV, so I am not in DC because every place regionally you can't claim. So I'm right
Yeah.
on the border, but I cannot claim in DC. I'm in Capitol Heights, Maryland.
Okay.
Metro accessible. Been in the DMV for the last 7 to 8 years, but
Got you.
by the way of Georgia, by
Okay.
the way of Connecticut, all
Okay.
up and down the East Coast,
Got you. You've been all over.
all over, kind of, sorta.
Got you. See somebody else at the Bronx, South Carolina. Got everybody in here. Got the whole East Coast. Let's see if we get somebody from the West Coast in here.
Yes. Oh, West Coast, that would be amazing. It's 4 o'clock over there.
Yeah. Somebody sneaking from work, sneaking their car or something, lunch break.
Actually, Dr. Toya from By Default typically comes in and she'll be like, "Look, I'm at work. Stop trying to request to join me on live." So we'll see. I feel like we'll get a West Coaster on here.
Gotcha.
For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, my name is Liz, and I'm the founder of Pull-Up Card Game, the first Black collegiate drinking card game that'll give you nostalgia and make you pull up. And this holiday season, I'm super excited because I've been getting together with fellow Black-owned card games. And so Jules is representing for Lyrically Correct Card Games.
Yeah.
So, Jules, I want to turn it over to you to just introduce yourself, tell us about what school you rep, and anything else you want us to know before we dive into how Lyrically Correct came to be.
Got you. Okay. Let's see where to start. My name is Jules. Lyrically Correct was started with myself, my cousin, my wife, Nicolette, and my cousin name is Dante, and his wife Tiffany. This game, Lyrically Correct. Let me grab the original version. This was the first
Mine.
one. This was the first one right here. This is our baby, our precious baby right here. It was started literally a month after the pandemic began in 2020. My wife, she saw something online that inspired her mind to think that this would be a dope game. And at that point in time, my mind started thinking like, man, this would be a dope game. How could we make this grow? Dante was in law school at the time. So I said, well, I know at some point in time, I'm gonna need a lawyer. if I'm gonna have a business, I know I'm gonna need a lawyer to make this work. And he's also been a small business. He worked for the bank at one point in time. So he was working in the small business realm. And Tiffany, she did branding and marketing before this. So at that point in time, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Let's work. Let's get this, all of us are from between Harlem and the Bronx. All of us lived either in Harlem or the Bronx at one point in time. Both of us are, both couples are high school sweethearts.
Wow.
We all went to SUNY schools in New York. So myself and Nikki, we rep Buff State. Shout out to Buff State. Way up top, way up top. And Dante and Tiff, they went to Newport's, which is also obviously maybe like an hour and a half outside of the city. So we all from New York, rep New York to the death of us. And none of us live in New York now, which is crazy. But you know, we all trying to get back there some way, somehow, or close enough, like me in Jersey, you know. So, but yeah, that's our story as of right now. We have this, like I said, this is our original version for our 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B version. We also have our 90s R&B version right here. This is our expansion pack. This was highly requested by a lot of the women that played the original game. It was like, we need more R&B. Where the R&B at? So I was like, all right, we got to hold it down for the ladies, you know. So we came up with this. If you pay attention to like the small minor details, we got some rose petals here on the side and everything like that.
Okay.
Then the next version was our gospel version right here, named the Revival. And we wanted to keep it going with the brick background. I don't know if a lot of people was paying attention, but wanted to keep it going to the bricks, you know, in the background. And then lastly, we figured, you know, you got to have something for the older people in your family. This game is literally for the Black family. Like, if you love music, this game is for you. It's for Black music. Everybody in your family going to have to play. You got the younger people. Now we got something for the older folks right here for your mama and them. The 60s and 70s version, they get their groove on, you know, and play lyrically correct as well. We got the Applejack hat and the pick here on the side. Pay attention to, you know, minor details and everything. Details, you know. So, yeah, we be in meetings going at it, figuring out all these details. So, but yeah, we here, we doing it, you know.
So I was trying to keep count. So how many editions are there total?
Right now it's 4.
That
4 editions total. Yep.
And this is thick. So like, how many cards are in each deck?
So you have 140 playing cards in these bigger versions right here, but then you have 10 challenge cards. So each team gets 5 challenge cards that you can challenge the other team on. So in total is 150 cards in each game.
So first of all, I think this is genius because it's something about music where you might not hear a song for a while and then it comes on and you're automatically singing the lyrics and you may not have heard the song for years. But then you also have your songs where, you know, you get to that one part and you start to mumble.
That's usually me. I'm the mumbler. I'm definitely the weak link over here.
So, you know, I think the game is genius for that reason, because it's like you have cards and sometimes I bet you have people all the time that pick up a card, they read it in their regular voice, and then they're trying to sing it. It's like, okay, which song is this from, to remind themselves to fill in the gap.
Snapping like, that's I know this song. You're like, no, you don't. You don't know this. Pass. You don't know this. You don't know that song.
Oh, goodness. So I was, of course, well, I'm trying to remember how long I've had this game. I feel like I've had this for a little while. So can you like take us back? I know you said like your wife saw something and was like, this could be a game. So like, when was this? Because when I was on your website, y'all have like 500 something 5-star reviews. Like, y'all are killing it. 4 editions. So like, how long have y'all been in the game?
So I would say we mentioned this. COVID began. Crazy how we still here in COVID, right? But COVID began with March 13th. I think that's when like most jobs shut down, on that Friday, March 13th. And I want to say we started the end of March. I can't remember the exact date, but the end of March, that's when the idea came. And I mentioned it to Dante and Tiff, like, hey, I want to grab y'all ear about this. Y'all don't have to say yes right away. Sleep on it, get back to me, let me know what's up. I just need to know how to move forward with it. So I don't know much about business at this point in time, you know. And then Tiffany was like, oh, well, I know somebody that can do the graphic design. And then we all started reaching, well, I know somebody that could do this. Well, I know somebody that could do that. And then we just started progressing from there. So shout out to our man Conrad, that's the graphic designer. Then we was thinking, well, we're going to need a commercial for it. How can we do the commercial? So my best friend, I've been best friends with him since 3rd grade. So he like, well, I could do the video. I can help y'all out with the video. And so we hired him on and was like, all right, well, shoot the commercial. Cool. You can record us. So we got friends and family to come over. The first commercial shoot did not go as planned. So I'm sure, as you know, with being an entrepreneur and everything, you think everything is going to go to plan. And literally, we filmed it. I had maybe about 20 people in the house playing the game. We having a good time, drinking, everything like that. And he was like, yeah, we can't use none of this footage. And I was like, what? I just spent all this money on food, drinks, and everything. What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, you got kids running around in the background. The audio is terrible. This person, they stuttering. This person sound like they can't read when they read in the car. Like, nah, bro, we can't have people out here looking crazy. So we had to do another commercial. And that one turned out good. And we, edited, blended the both and everything like that. And then we found that out, how to, edit videos and everything like that. So none of us went to school for editing, but we sitting there figuring it out. It's a lot of stuff you figure out when you begin in a business. Like, so, but yeah, it's been a journey. I'll definitely say that.
Dang. So I'm just so shocked because, well, clearly the commercial you landed with it's effective. It converted me into a customer somehow, some way. And
Glad.
Your game is so good that I thought y'all had been around for a long time. So if I'm hearing you correctly, it was around the start of COVID. So March 2020 is when you all decided to do this, which means, of course, with everything in between, like, kind of break down like the timeline. So in March, you're like, look, we're going to do this.
Yeah, so let's say,
yeah.
So March we started, and we just was like, okay, let's come up with questions. Let's start there. Let's come up with questions. Okay. And we start coming up with questions. Then it was, well, what songs was popping then? So now we listening to music. We're not even paying attention in the meeting. We just sitting and listening to music. If you from New York and you in the age group of your 30s, and we sitting there reminiscing about, oh, remember we was in the Key, we was listening to this song, you Harlem Shaking, and the 90s was like this and that. So that we wasn't paying attention really. We sitting there playing the game more or less. So then fast forward to August is when we released our first game. We bought 500 games. We ordered them. We got them shipped here, ordered 500 games, and we like, well, let's see how that goes. 500 just between off of friends and family. Shout out to all the friends and family that's on the live right now. Y'all killed it. Like, straight out the gate, 500 games gone within like the first 2 weeks. And we like, oh, well, we still getting orders and we ain't got no games. How is that? So now we got to do another shipment. And at this point in time, now we in the shipping business. Now we paying attention to the news, how stuff is backed up in China. So let's say around October, we worried about getting our orders for Thanksgiving. And we like, yo, these is going to get here late. Tiff is tight at this point. Tiff is like, I told y'all, we need to order more games. Y'all want to be cheap, not buying all this stuff. So now we ordering more games. Now we order, I think, 2,500 games after that. Then we ended up, so now it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then we get our orders. At that point in time, we do an ad with, I think it was either Ball Alert or Shade Room. And after that, it was like, yo, and the phone go off, ding, 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 and Shopify. And we like, yo, we got 600 orders. How we going to do this? So at this point in time, Tiff and I couldn't like get off of work. Nikki couldn't get off of work. So they drive from North Carolina all the way up to the Bronx and just pack order. Like, they was up literally for about 2 days because the orders didn't stop. So we get 600 orders in one day, and then the next day they just keep rolling in. So we like, yo, so now Tiff get her mother, she get her stepfather, her sister, everybody, brother, everybody. We got everybody in an apartment.
Packing orders party.
Yeah, if you got hands, you packing orders at this point in time. Anybody come over, pack some orders. Her friend Lulu over there, everybody's packing orders. So that was crazy. Then we realized, all right, let's listen to Tiff a little bit more. She know what she's doing with this inventory stuff. Let's start going that way. I ain't gonna lie, I was the one that was like, nah, we don't need that many. And after that, it was like, nah, we listening to Tiff. Let's always listen to Tiff. Then fast forward, we was like, well, we need another version. People keep asking about the R&B game. So we came out with the R&B game. That was like what we need to. So our game came out in August. we said, well, we need to do a release for Valentine's Day. Let's do a release for Valentine's Day, you know, for the ladies, everything like that. So around Valentine's Day, that came out. That was this game right here, the 90s version. This came out. That hit well. We had another one of my fraternity brothers. Shout out to the Q. Shout out to the bros.
Shout out to the bros.
Yeah. Ty, he created that commercial. So Mike created the first one. Ty created the second one. We had Tiff's friends come out, childhood friends, and her sister come out and shoot that commercial. That's the one where the ladies are dressed in like silk pajamas, kind of the TLC vibes. That's the vibe that we was going for that time. Ty shot that video. That was like in January. That commercial came out around February. Then we said, well, dang, we're gonna need something for the summertime. What can we do? And we said, well, there's no game really for the church. All of us are Christian. We listen to gospel music. I grew up in church, early morning Sunday school, sitting there in the in the choir and all that, going out to get breakfast, staying late. My grandmother was the cook for the church. So I'm literally there all day long. So we was like, yeah, we need something for people that listen to gospel music. So then we said, well, we need something to come out around church picnic time. Church picnic time is like June, summer's in July, but we need something for the summertime. So we came out with the revival version. And here you see on the side the details, see the church hat.
Yep.
Right here you see that fan that's in every single black church right there. So paying attention to the details.
Details, people.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to everything. So that came out around the summertime, and then now we in the summertime of this year, and then this version we in the summertime, and Tiff, Dante is always thinking ahead. Tiff and Dante, they like thinking ahead with the business. Nikki is the one that's very organized with all of our notes, paperwork, and everything like that. Like super organized, keeps us in line. Yo, when did this happen? Did we say this? She getting her laptop out. Nope. This was supposed to happen like this and that. Shout out to Tiff and Nikki, definitely answering the emails and getting out to people super quick. I don't know how y'all do it, but y'all make it happen. Definitely couldn't be me, but y'all make it happen. So then go down the timeline. We had this game come out in time for Thanksgiving this year. So everybody could play with their uncles, aunts, mothers, and fathers. So this is our latest version right here.
Y'all have been break.
Yeah. Tiff don't give us a break. I put it like that. Tiff is on our neck, literally. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so how do y'all do it with 4 people, 4 brains? Like, I know you already said you got a lawyer in the group, so I'm sure y'all were like, look, we're going to do this. This is mine. But like, talk through that. Because not only 4 people, but like 2 married couples at that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Some meetings are like, no, we're not doing that. I don't care what you say. Or listen, sometimes it's running smooth. At the end of the day, we really are big on our like integrity. So we got to remember the goal. The goal always is to have fun, right? Have family fun, Black family fun. That's the goal. Make the customer happy, and have entertainment going. You know what I mean? So if you remember that, then you always will remember the goal of your company, and then you just realize, okay, that's not really what we about. Let's stay focused over here. But I would say, like, we do, like you said, divvy up. Like I more or less handle like the Instagram and Facebook and editing the videos and coming up with that. But I take ideas from Nikki, Dante, and Tiff. Like a lot of the times I want to post something that's crazy, and they like, no, this is a family. You're wilding right now. Like, you're bugging out. We're definitely not posting that. That has too many curse words, or that's offensive and everything like that. So I got to reel it back in with that. Like I said, Nikki, she keeps us organized. So she deals with a lot of like the paperwork and the emails and customers and everything like that. Dante is like a lot of people might not realize you got to pay some taxes. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay taxes. If not, then people gonna be on you. So he takes care of that. You got fees, like you got to pay for like storage and everything like that for the games. A lot of people, oh, so y'all sold this. You know, people will start doing the math. So y'all did this many. Y'all sold this. So y'all was doing nothing. Nah, you got to pay for storage. You got to pay for shipping. You got to pay for a bunch of stuff that you don't even take into account. You got to pay for ads. So there's a lot that go into it. So Dante is more or less managing that type of thing. And Tiff is overall making sure everything is going smoothly and everything like that over everything. And she's in touch with like the manufacturers overseas and everything like that. So it's definitely an ongoing thing. Then all of us reach out to people like influencers or celebrities to repost it and things like that. And definitely gonna get more no's than yes. You're gonna get some outrageous prices like, oh yeah, I'll take a picture with it, but that's gonna run you about, and you like, what? I just need a picture. Like, I just need you to say 3 quick lines. Yo, buy Lyrically Correct. And you go up there like,
and like I said, that'll be
yeah, that's gonna run you. So I got bills. So, and they look at you like, so. Yeah, so it's a lot. You asked for a lot of favors. I appreciate everybody that came through for everything for free. I appreciate the lower prices that people give us. Boy, I appreciate everything. So definitely, I appreciate you for reaching out to us. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
So
you.
I appreciate everything, literally everything.
I'm rooting for everybody Black, and I just think it is so dope how receptive, you know, other Black-owned games have been. Because you know how it is. You might look, you're like, look, I just got, you know, my little followers, and
Yeah, yeah.
other card game, like, damn, they,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've seen their commercial, and like they have a 500 reviews, but everyone has to start somewhere.
Yep.
And you
That's
know,
what you gotta remember. Everybody started from 0 followers, $0 in everything. Everybody started from the same point.
It's collaboration over competition. What we've
Mm-hmm.
been saying every time is like, look, we are games. We know everybody owns multiple games. So we can have Lyrically Correct. We can have Poet Card Game. We can be on the shelves together. Like, let's get it.
Get it. Let's work together. Let's work together. Let's get it. That's it.
Yes.
To get our games in every home, like how Monopoly and Uno is in every house. We want that in every single house.
It is something, and I don't know if the pandemic was like the magic sauce, if you will, but something about like 2020 to 2021, I feel like the number of Black-owned card games have increased exponentially. Like, I feel like there was a point where we only knew about Black Card Revoked. Like, that was the first. But honestly, one of the first was Phase 10. If y'all didn't know, that was created by a Black man.
When you start doing your research on these games and everything, you like, wait, time out. That was crazy. Yep.
But it's, I don't know, it's the creative juices and it's flowing, and every game is so unique. Like, there's not one game that's just like completely the same. So I just love it. And I love seeing what y'all are doing and just sending all the positive vibes and energy. 4 editions in like less than 2 years. Like, wow.
Yeah, we it's some long nights, y'all. It's some long nights, especially with like delivering these games. We are big on customer service, so we deliver as long as the post office is open. So the post office on 34th Street closed at I think like 9 o'clock. I've been out there at 9 o'clock at night. I've been at the back of a post office deck at 3:30 in the morning delivering packages if I got to do it before I go to work or whatever. You know, you gonna grind. You gonna grind it out. You know what I'm saying? So is what my man Diddy say? Bad boy, can't stop, won't stop. Like, for real, you gotta get it. You got to, like, cause is money out here to be made.
Yes, absolutely. And so with you talking about shipping, I know you talked about like international. I know you talked about inventory. You learned that lesson. But like, what are some rookie mistakes where now that you've been in the game for going on 2 years, your 2-year anniversary is about to be coming up next year. Like, what are some rookie mistakes, lesson learned? So if there's someone out here watching who wants to make their own card game, it's like, look, don't do that. I did that. Just don't do that.
read over everything. Like read over. We had a misprint on a card, and we had to then order cards, and then now we are sending out a card, the correct card. So now that's more money being spent. That's early being spent. So now that's more money to print one, like literally one card, and then like a business card to say, hey, we made a mistake. So that's more money. And now you got to ship all these over here. So that's more money to be spent. I would say pay attention, literally read over every little thing. It's like minor mistakes that can be made. I would say try to, another mistake, just reach out to people beforehand, like before you can get a list together of people that you want to reach out to before you reach out, like before you drop. So then you just have a running list. Like, okay, and said yes, this person said no, things like that, because then you're playing catch up. Also, you know, a lot of people say like a lot of people have like we don't have this issue, but a lot of people do have. I've talked to people who have issues with other companies, like within their own company, is get your money situated. How you going to split the money? Are you going to do a percentage thing? Are you going to do 50-50? So therefore you don't have those issues later on, because that can be a big issue. You want to, when you're not really making big money, right? You want to have those, okay, we might split $100. Let's split that up evenly. That's different if somebody come at you with a check for $5 million and you're like, oh, nah, I want my money. You know what I'm saying? So get that stuff situated first, and then it'll be a lot easier later on. I'm trying to think of what else. Those are the main things as of right now. But definitely, you don't want to waste money and making a mistake on a card that has cost us. And just if you could get like a cheap storage, whether it be in your garage or you pay somebody that has a garage to use their garage to store your stuff in, rather than a storage facility. You know what I mean? So you think of real innovative ways, get some ingenuity going on where I'm gonna store cards, or how I'm gonna get these to the post office, and gas and things that you don't think about definitely come up. So
something that you said, it made me think of two things. But the first thing is just that anticipation factor. Like, don't necessarily just come out and drop. I'm sure in some cases that works, but like building some anticipation, getting your list together, and then coming out with the drop. So 2 questions for you. Okay. 1, did you ever consider a Kickstarter campaign? And if you didn't, or if you did, just let me know about that. And then 2, you are a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. So talk about how you leverage that network. Because I will say, when I was ready to drop my anticipation, I'm number 33 out of 35. I reached out to my line sisters and I said, look, don't tell anyone. I'm about to do this, and I need you to do this on this day. And then, you know, 35 in the grand scheme of things is not a lot, but people were getting FOMO, like, oh, what is this going on? What is this card game? And they were able to help me kind of like do a domino effect to get the word out. So talk to me about like, how are you leveraging your network and your fraternity? And then like, if you ever considered a Kickstarter campaign to get the word out and initially get funding.
We never did like a Kickstarter campaign. We just reached out to literally everybody that we knew, more or less. Like
I love that.
That's somewhat of a Kickstarter campaign. Like I remember literally going through my phone and taking it back to when I was in school. Like before I became the Bros, I threw parties in school. So I was always into like promoting and I guess marketing and, you know, things like that. I enjoyed it. I was literally texting people with my phone like, hey, I got this game, you should check this out, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't have Instagram at first neither. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I was super late on Instagram. Like, I literally only have Instagram because of this. So it's just really not my thing. But I've learned, that's something else I had to learn how to navigate. So that DMing everybody, writing people, texting people, making phone calls, everybody if I had your phone number, you got a text message. If you accepted a friend request or a follow, whatever, you definitely got a request. I know other people that had businesses. I reached out to them. I see my homegirl Tova. I reached out to her. She was able to play the game. We were a sponsor for her company. So doing things like that. So like you said, using my network. She's an SG Row from Buff State. So I reached out to everybody within that went to Buff State. They reached out. It also helps that all four of us went to four different high schools, but we went to two different colleges. So that helped out with the network as well. To build from there. We used to go on a lot of road trips back in school. So we know people from other colleges and everything and reaching out to them. Just making it grow from who you know and things that they do, you know. So we, like I said, Mike, he does the film for us. He's a capper. So he reached into his network like, yo, one of my friends, he's a bruh, can you help him out? So we just did a photo shoot the other day. Mike knew the photographer, but I didn't know him, but he's my frat brother. So now I know him. You know what I mean? So reaching out, things like that. Just networking, really. Just using that network, reaching out to the bros tapping into their own network, whether it be different like Instagram pages that might look out, or different I know it was the Bronx alumni shelter, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. They looked out, posted us up a few times, featured us in their newsletter. So things like that just worked out in our favor, and God definitely looked out for us with that.
I love that. It's a lot of, Black-owned card games and a lot of D9-owned ones. So I know Never Say Never is owned by Sigma. Culture Tags is also owned by Delta. Culture Karaoke owned by an AKA. So it's like just, any of these card games that you could think of. And I also appreciate hearing the different journeys. So I was hearing a lot of people started with Kickstarter campaigns. I didn't do Kickstarter. I also kind of spread the word, did pre-orders. And then when I had the product, but then also learning with shipping, I was getting all anxious. Like I said, it was going to be out by Christmas, but really it's going to be out by January. So all of that. And I just love hearing that you could have a different starting point, but still get to where you're trying to be. Like it doesn't have to be a specific formula to have a successful card game.
True. My bad. Who's that?
You better shout us out too.
Let me not forget the case. We had the case in the first commercial. So let me throw that out there. I don't want to get ran up on, you know.
I'm just saying. So, Jules, in the little runner show, I was like, look, pull-up card game. That means we're going to be drinking. And I was like, but we keep it Black owned. So what do you have, if anything? And if you don't have anything, what would you, what were you considering?
So I felt like a lot of people have heard about Uncle Nearest.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what I'm sipping on now.
Yes.
I was looking for another Black alcohol, and I had a whole list on Google and everything. I reached out to some other people. A lot of the liquor stores, they didn't have it. They didn't have nothing else. So that's a industry that they got to catch up on too. Like same thing with Black card games, So that was the only one that I could find. I had Ciroc downstairs, but I feel like everybody had Douce downstairs, but everybody know about those. So I want to show love with something else. But this is the only other alcohol that I could find, even though I feel like a lot of people know about this one as well.
No, I mean, Uncle Nearest, that's a good one. Black woman-owned, Fawn Weaver doing her thing. She went to Alabama, so that's my school.
Okay.
I went to University of Georgia.
Okay.
But I got Ebony Wine and Spirits, owned by a Black woman, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I finally got my hands on this because it was sold out for the longest, but I'm drinking their sparkling rosé. And I got a little three bottle bundle. Okay. So shout out to Ebony Wine and Spirits. Go ahead and shop with them online. They've been really supporting, like when you talk about just cross collaboration, networking out to people, they've been supporting since day one. So I'm happy I finally got my hands on a bottle.
Got you. That's good.
Yes. So
it's mostly gone, so it must taste good. No judgment though. No judgment.
No
Thirsty
lightweights over
Thursdays. Take
here.
it back to Thirsty Thursdays, bro.
Thirsty Thursday, no lightweights over here. Okay, so Jules, you shared, like, thank you for just sharing the journey, being transparent. I love that we are getting rid of a crabs in the barrel mentality where we can't tell people what we've been through and it's like you just got to figure it out for yourself. It's like, no, it's enough room for us all to eat. And you shared a lot of successes, but if you had to choose one success that you want to pull up to, what would that one success be in the grand scheme of Lyrically Correct?
I would say staying hungry. We staying hungry. And I think through our research when we first began, we looked up games and we looked up different pages. Like, you know, it was actually, I could say it, the name, we wanted to name our page just Lyrically Correct. But, you know, on Instagram, you can't have double names. So our Instagram name is Lyrically Correct Card Game. So, but we noticed that the person that had that name, they didn't post on in over a year. Like, we noticed a lot of games were done within like 6 months. They didn't stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? So I think for all four of us to stay hungry, I think that's big. For all four of us to remain consistent, I think that's big. I think for all, definitely a lot of downtimes where we'd be like, man, our sales is not rocking how they used to be, or man, yo, we doing good today, you know, stuff like that, and just motivating each other. So I would say just staying consistent and staying hungry and staying driven. I would like to pour up for that for all four of us.
All right, let's do it. Pull up to staying hungry and staying driven and not letting the down days get you down altogether, because, you know, there's only way. It's one way up, you know.
Yep.
So
got to persevere through it, and it's gonna come. That's it.
It's gonna come. Well, the moment that I've been waiting for, and I'm also nervous about, but I'm ready to play, you know, a couple of cards from Lyrically Correct, and then of course we'll play a few cards from Poet Card Game. But you are the special guest, so we gotta play your game first.
Got you. So are you more? So it's your choice here. You want to go old school, gospel, hip hop, R&B? Where you think your strong point is?
Okay.
Where?
Let's do R&B. And
right.
Since we're playing virtually, let me know what the rules should be virtually. And let's let people know in the comments how they can, you know, play or not. If you're like, look, don't comment the lyrics, don't give her the answer. Just let them know how they can engage.
We got enough cards where people could shout out the cards or whatever, you know. But basically, people play in so many different ways, to be honest. Like I know in Black Card Revoke, they talk about like black people ain't reading no directions, right? So we got directions, but the directions are in the box. But we notice a lot of times people are not. So you can play it like a group game. You can play it one-on-one how we're playing. But I would say right now we can play. People play for shots. So if you get a question wrong, some people play. You can take a shot that way.
Oh Lord.
So you know whatever is your heart's desire, you can play it.
Hey, so we're doing this with pull up. We're gonna pull up if we get it wrong.
So we could do a sample question for those that have not played. So basically, you have to answer the I got a good card right here, a good R&B question. You have to answer the question with finishing the lyric more or less, and then you move on to the next card, or you can pass, but then the opposite team would gain the point. But since we're playing like one-on-one, we'll just fly through the cards that way, and then at the end of the time, then at that point, you tally up the score, and then the next team would go like that.
Gotcha.
So for those of you that have not played before, y'all could write down the answer in the comment sections. This would be a test question, all right? So the question is, what kind of raindrops does So For Real dream of? She don't know this one. I'll read it again. What kind of raindrops does So For Real dream of? I don't see nobody writing either. Y'all know.
No, I'm like, I need a hum.
Okay. We got
candy coated.
We got the bro right there. Okay, Candy
Okay.
coded. Can.
Oh, and you know there's a little bit of a lag too.
Yep. Got you. Yep. Candy coated raindrops. All right. Let's
Everybody
do one
got
more.
that one.
Hold on. Let me see.
Crap.
Let me get a good one. Hold on.
All right.
Let's see. And then see, R&B is not my strong point right here at all.
And while you're pulling out a card, I want to shout out the people who are joining us on the live right now. Mouthful TV talk show, y'all. Check them out. I really appreciate them having me out as a business shout out. And Lyrically Correct Game, expect them to reach out to you. They said they would love to have you on their show. Latika Chu, my old roommate, always representing for Howard specifically. Shout out to I'm So Motivated. Shout out to Scorpio Chick, Brand of Me. Oh, that's Tiffany.
Yep.
Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany was holding it down with the emails.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Tiff loves the email. Tiff loves the email. And I hate email. But Tiff gonna email you. She gonna get back to you. She gonna email you.
Shout out to Lulu Ashley Thomas. Shout out to his Happy Gem, the Southern Gent, Carlton Banks, Micah, Tashawn,
Everybody.
Ivy Ann, A-Dub Trey, Mommy Montana. Thank y'all for joining.
All right, here we go. Here go another one for everybody. What two types of bodies of water did TLC tell us to stick to?
Okay.
You gotta know this. You gotta know this one.
Okay, so this is waterfalls.
Okay.
Rivers and the lakes.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. I was like, so at least I got one. No matter what happens from here on out, I got one.
Yeah. I see Topa got it too. Oh, here we go. Another one. What does Ghost Town DJs say to do if your game is on?
If your game is on.
You don't know that? The young kids was doing a dance to it now. It's probably on
Dougie?
TikTok. Say that again?
Dougie?
Nah, no.
If your game is on, give me a call, boo.
There you go.
Young kids are doing that now?
Yeah. But they were a couple years ago, I think.
Oh, okay. So one question for you. Have you found that there have been regional differences, and are y'all considering having something like for down south folks in Georgia, West Coast?
We cooking. We
cooking
cooking.
I'm just trying to detract from the fact that I didn't know that. So thank you.
Yeah, nah, we definitely like coming up with this. Like I said, all of us are from New York. So while we're making the game, we had to like pause and consider everybody else. We like, all right, this song was hot for New York, but was this hot in the West Coast? Was this hot down south? I reached out. I used to live in Georgia for a little bit. We lived in Atlanta for like 5 years. So I reached out to a couple friends down there and was like, yo, when y'all was partying teen night at skating rink and house parties and everything like that, what songs was popular and everything like that. And they told us, you know, what songs was popular. That song was good, but it was more or less commercial. It really wasn't like in the hood, you know, that type of thing or whatever. So we definitely reached out to a lot of people down south, reached out to some of our West Coast friends as well. And we definitely took that into consideration. And then now we working on some things over here still.
I love it. When we play Lyrically Correct, we always verify the answer by playing the song. Yes,
definitely, yes. We that's what we was doing, making the game too. Like, oh, let's make sure this is right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that you on a good page right there.
Okay, what you got for me?
It turns into karaoke. All right, hold on. Here, wait, let me get these. Ooh,
let me take a sip. Oh, I'm supposed to be. I should have pulled up. I needed to pull up like 3 times so far. I think.
Yeah. Here we go. It says, what does Monica want to do before you walk out of her life?
Okay. Before you walk out of my. Oh, Monica. Before Before you walk out. I'm trying to jog my memory.
Somebody might help you out. Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
Like that is make things right. Oh, wait, somebody had it. Scorpio.
Yeah, you know the little lag. I need more than a 5-second countdown.
Scorpio chick got it. All right, let's do another one.
Okay.
Now this one, I'm gonna give you a challenge card after this one. Fair warning. Fair warning.
Oh Lord. Okay.
What does Genuine say under his breath when he sees you with your friends?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a little hint. He go. He do a little dance with it too in the video.
Wait. Okay. So this is not Pony.
Not Pony.
Okay. Let's see.
He said, "When I see you with your friends under my breath, all I can say is."
Damn. Oh wait.
Yep. They got it. Yep. They got it. Now the challenge is, what album was that song on?
Oh Lord, I don't know the name of album.
You're gonna lose all your
Genuine.
points.
Genuine is the name of the album. Genuine.
That's when you have to take it to Google. Let's see if they. That's how the game is played. That's when you have to pull out your phone and take it to Google and find out the answer. Let's see if somebody in the comments could find that out for us.
Okay, what was the name of the album that song is from? This is good. I wish all artists just had self-titled albums.
Oh, there they go. See, they got it. Genuine, 100%. See?
So I was close. Give me a half.
Close. So now y'all see how the game is played with the challenge cards. You would have lost. So the other team at that point would have gained 3 points because you didn't know the answer.
Okay.
So
dang! The points go to the other team.
Yeah. So you gotta use your challenge card very strategically and you come back. I've seen people come back. Just boom. Let me get out this challenge card, but you can only use it once. Each challenge once during the game. So you could definitely catch up with some points though using that challenge card.
Wow.
Okay.
So are you good at the game, or do you feel like it's not fair because you helped made all the cards? But like, do you ever get stumped sometimes playing again?
Oh, all the time. It's tough. You would think this game for real. Like you would be like, there's no way he has anything associated with this game. He does not know these lyrics. Who is this game? Hey yo, whose man's is this? Somebody get this.
But that's perfect because that means your game can be played over and over again. And that's, once again, for whatever reason, you forget a certain lyric and someone might tell you, and then a few weeks or months later, you're going to forget it again.
Yeah. You're going to forget it again. And then also, too, what you could do to make it more fun. So like these two games right here, these two games are meant to be played together. You could blend them together. And you could have the challenge card. It's the same challenge cards in each box. So this one doesn't have the challenge card, excuse me. So it's meant to be played with this one, and you can use the challenge cards for this one as well.
Gotcha.
So those will be made to be played together.
I love it. You are getting so much love in the chat. Definitely need this game. I love this. Yes, go ahead and hit the link in their bio. I need this game for game nights, man. Lyrically Correct is so fun. We had adult game night last weekend and did girls versus guys.
Husband team was cheating. Oh, man.
We bought the mama.
I'm glad you. Thank you for the support. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the game as well. And I like how the game turns into like karaoke, or you start reminiscing like, yo, remember we used to wear name belts? Remember we used to wear these earrings and our hat like this? Or the girls used to rock these jeans and matching the belt with the sneakers and the headbands and all that. Like, so you start reminiscing on things that was going on in that point in time in your life, you know? Hairstyles was going on, so...
It's the nostalgia, and I think it's just something about, especially like millennials nowadays love to be nostalgic, love to reminisce, but it's just a space it's a feeling you get. And I mean, why not get that feeling from a card game and from game night?
Yep.
Hey, Trill Wine Wife. Hey, Meg. Okay, so speaking of nostalgia, we're gonna get into a little bit of nostalgia from your college days. So let us know in the comments what school you rep. It could be the school you went to. It could be the
Buff
football
State. Shout
team
out Buff
you
State. Where
root
the Buff State?
for.
Let me see Buff State.
Buff State, are you in the building? University of Georgia. I didn't see any UGA fam here, but it's all good as long as you're rooting for us on Saturday. Pray for us against Alabama.
Go Dogs, right? Go Dogs.
We shall see. So pull-up card game, first Black collegiate drinking card game that'll give you nostalgia and make you pull up. Similarly to Lyrically Correct, we know people don't read rules, so really all you got to do is pull a card, read the card. It's going to ask you a question, it's going to tell you to drink, or it's going to have you do both of those things. But because I'm with Lyrically Correct, I pulled the just saying category. We have 9 categories. One of them is just saying. And it's all about like reminiscing songs from your college days. So
okay,
work with me and we don't worry. It's gonna be good. Okay, LSU representing UNC.
We got Albany in the building. All right.
Yes.
Delta State. Good
Okay.
party school. Delta State, the good party school right there.
You made your way down from Buff State all the way to Delta State.
We have partied all over.
Oh my gosh.
Great. I was gonna say I was at your school, not in college, but after college when I first moved to Atlanta. I went down to when y'all played Clemson back in like 20. First game of the season. Y'all party hard, and I ventured over to the other side of the campus, and they had me over there doing cake stands, and yeah, it was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
So now you know why I had to make a Black collegiate drinking card game. I went to the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
Wasn't many of us there, but you know, we deserve to celebrate Black excellence.
Yeah.
All right. So just saying category. Typically this would be around the room and whoever messes up has to pull up. But since it's you and I, you're going to go first. I'm going to go and we'll go from there and we'll see what people can help us out with in the comments. So around the room, start singing your college theme song. Each person must complete the next verse. Pull up whoever messes up. So you got to sing a song from your college days. Start singing it. I have to complete the next verse and we could see how much we keep up, but you see how I am with these songs. So I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Baby girl, what's your name?
Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink.
I'm T-Pain. You know me. Oh shit, is that right?
Yes. Convict music nappy boy.
I'm doing the club. Oh, at 3
What's the chances of you rolling with me?
Damn, I don't know the rest.
That was pretty good. And thank you, Jesus, for I was like, look, these people gonna be like, this girl don't know nothing. Okay, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Pull up.
Yo, T-Pain, that was college. That was college. Boy, that was college.
Still to this day, even.
Yo,
oh my God. Okay, so next question. Around the room, but what we'll do is you're gonna pick a song, I'm gonna pick a song, and the people in the chat have to vote.
Okay.
So, what's a song most likely to break the floorboards at a house party? What is a song most likely to break the floorboards at a house party? You have to choose, then I'm gonna choose, and the people in the chat are gonna choose the winner.
And it had to be from like college?
From your college days, or like, you know, songs recycle. So
that's easy for me though. I'm gonna just say Atomic Dog. You know the brothers going. We gonna put a hole in it. We gonna put a hole in the floor right there.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to say Nuck If You Buck.
I see that somebody put that there. Nuck If You Buck.
Nuck If You Buck, Atomic Dog. Cause you know Atomic. Okay, so I'm gonna go. This is not a great debate category. We have one of those, but I'm gonna say Atomic Dog. Look, I love the bruhs. You know, y'all are amazing. But sometimes it's only one of y'all. So, like, you're not really breaking the floorboards unless you're at a Q house party. Maybe.
I see what you did.
If you buck is all the Greeks.
That's true. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah,
Fighting.
I give you that one. That's true. You're gonna have everybody on Nuck If You Buck. All the support, everybody over there like this, doing all this, everything.
Too close.
Yep. Yep. Somebody trying to break the line. Somebody, yo, don't come over here.
Okay. We'll do one more before we get ready to close it on out.
All right.
So, do a different dance from your college years.
Oh, damn. A dance from the college. I'm trying to think.
And I'm trying to think nationally because down south we were doing some of our own stuff that I don't think everybody was doing.
Nationally, and I don't remember the dance though to do it but damn, I can't. Oh, the only thing I can think of is the Superman out and watch me, you watch me, Soldier Boy, you watch me, Soldier Boy. That's the only one I can think of, off top that everybody was doing. Okay,
that's a good one. Swag Surf. What year did Swag Surf come out? Because
that was in college though. Swag Surf.
That was when you were in college. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I was in college from we could just age each other. Okay, 2009 to 2013. That's when I was in college. So the song that I always go to for whatever reason is "Beef It Up," but I don't think that was a national song. I think "Beef It Up" is more like Southern.
That was
Dougie.
I went to Dougie was good. See, I was in school from 2006 to 2010, so I think "Beef It Up" was later on. And I don't think it really made it that far up top. I don't think it made it that far.
Not to Buff State.
Yeah, not Buff State. Buff State got a big Caribbean vibe to it too. So we was in there.
Oh, okay.
And all of that. We was doing everything. All those Caribbean dances. We was in.
I love it. Well, y'all, please support Lyrically Correct. Please support Pull Up Card Game.
Yes.
Support Black card games, y'all.
Yes.
And Jules, before we close out, what I always like to ask is, how can we support you, the entire Lyrically Correct crew, in a way beyond buying the card game and beyond following? Because what I like to say is, I hope it's a given for people to go and shop with you. I hope it's a given for people to go and follow you. And what's an intentional way that we can continue to support you and your brand?
For one, I would say the easiest thing that everybody can do, if you got a phone, comment, be in the comments, share, DM somebody else, yo, did you play this? Did you play that? Start, some people still call up to radio stations and just talk and everything like that. Mention it on radio stations. We are a music trivia game, so everything is going to revolve around music. That's definitely a way that you can look out. We were actually just featured on BuzzFeed. So if you're a blogger,
congratulations!
Thank you. Shout out to Dante for that. He somehow worked his magic in, made that happen. So I would say if you're a blogger, you could blog about us, write about us, or whatever. But I would say the main thing, just comment and share posts, which, if you're watching this right now, you got social media, so you can, you know what I'm saying, just show love that way. I would say that's probably the biggest way you can, and tell somebody else, about the game. Play with somebody. The more hands that is in, then the better. I don't think anybody is in a bad mood when they listening to, you might be somewhere like a breakup and then you requesting to play sad music or something like that. But typically when you listen to music, you lifting up your spirit. So we have a game about music. So your spirits is going to be lifted while you're playing the game, and it's more or less family oriented and everything. So it'll be a good time.
I love it. Pull up to Black excellence.
Yes.
Black joy, Black card games. We don't want to see the same card games at Christmas.
And anybody that's on here, is room for everybody. So if you
Yes.
want to create a game, don't feel like discouraged.
Yes.
That's going to happen. You're going to feel discouraged at some point in time. But you got to fight past that and go past that and know that it's more out there. You know what I'm saying? So don't give up on yourself. If you got, shout out to Johnny. That's right there. My man, he's the photographer that Mike put me on with. He shout out, he did our last photo shoot. He works for Slam Magazine. Dope photographer, dope. Him and Mike, power team. Him, Mike, and Todd. Everything behind the scenes, cameras and video and all that. If y'all need y'all stuff done, that's who you want to holler at. Johnny, Mike, and Todd. DM us. We'll put y'all in contact with them. But yeah, I would definitely say try to stay positive. Definitely stay hungry and persevere through all the troubles, all the everything that's gonna come your way.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much once again for being so open. Thank you, Tiffany, for connecting me with Jules and Dante. I know Dante couldn't join tonight, but sending positive vibes. I can't wait to see those next editions because y'all are, like you said, you're hungry.
Yeah.
I love the
Shout out to you